Good afternoon, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Syed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Thursday? Thursday free talk hour. I do this every Thursday. I'm off, just a little chill time, discuss a few topics, what's going on in our line of work. Today I'm discussing another sad situation. Another distribution employee lost just after a week. The maintenance worker that was lost up in Detroit, Michigan. This employee that loses his life was just 3 weeks into the job. I'll get into the details, but first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Syed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support y'all give me. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. Keep giving me the thumbs up, smash that hype button, helps out everything on here. Just everything, guys. Thank you so much. Your comments continue coming, your questions, suggestions, keep that rolling. I love it. I love reading each and every one. If I haven't answered if you had a question, I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can, guys. Thanks so much again. First of all, everything I say on here is from my views, my research, my experience. I don't speak on behalf of USPS or Post Office in any of my videos. So today's topic, just got a hold of the story yesterday. Palmetto, the new distribution center in Georgia, takes another life. I think a couple or three, I believe the article said, have died there since it was made. So it's just a bad luck distribution. Not so much the distribution center, is the area it's in. There's no cell phone coverage. That's as weird as it is in 2025. That's very strange to hear that. So this employee, just 3 weeks into the job, was just doing his job, distribution, working with the trays, whatever they do, mail handling in the distribution centers. He just passed out. He fell. As he's going down, we don't know that everything they're saying is still under investigation. As he's falling down, he hits a machine, gets a gash on his head, and bleeding profusely on the floor. And as time goes on, because you got to help that individual right there and then. Nobody seems to help him. His co-workers, they're in that same atmosphere. They're busy in their jobs. I think they should have stopped and tend to him, start helping him. Forget about the supervisors. At least everybody knows, CPR at the bare minimum. But they were all ignorant. Their coworker is out on the floor, blood everywhere. And then the supervisors come. They stand, get this story, they stand around him looking like, what do we do, instead of, getting some pieces of cloth, holding the blood in place, pressing on the blood. Had they done all this, there's a chance he would have lived. But no, they stood around him. They were talking like, okay, what do we do? This employee is bleeding. What do we do? No CPR was administered. Nothing. That's the toxic culture we're in, guys. This is the pure evidence what is going on in this post office nowadays, man. This employee, young guy, just 3 weeks into the job, is bleeding. You don't even put a cloth at his blood wound to stop, to control the bleeding, and then administer CPR right there. You could have saved him. But no, they stood around. Somebody back in the back area started calling 911. They're saying in the report there's no cell phone coverage. So I'm trying to look at it, just in my mind. I'm trying to see the picture. Basic common sense tells you it doesn't matter what the human being is, what color. Basic instincts tell you you're gonna jump and try to help this guy. You're gonna do whatever you can to help him. This is your co-worker, a human being. He's working there, working hard with his co-worker. His co-workers didn't even tend to him. That's the real disappointing part. I mean, forget about the supervisors. We know, they ain't gonna help. They're just there to count the bodies, do their little paperwork. Everybody's doing their job. Check mark, check mark, check mark. They ain't gonna do nothing. But the co-workers didn't, trying to help him. Everybody was standing looking at the blood coming out of this poor kid. It's just I'm lost of words, man. When I put that picture in my mind, try to picture it, it's just, it really clearly shows what kind of culture we're in, man. It's sad. Everything now has turned into numbers, check marks on a clipboard, bodies doing the job, moving the mail, just bodies, flat out bodies. There's names nobody cares, employee numbers and bodies. This section is working good. Okay, go to next section. That mail is moving good. It's just, man, I as soon as I read this story, I said, okay, yeah, that's the culture we're in, man. But to this extent, I've never read to this extent. Usually, you read stories, somebody such and such passed away, they administered help, CPR. But in this particular case, this poor kid, no help, nothing. Nobody even touched him. He just lied there bleeding, died. That's it, on the spot, dead, gone. It's really upsetting, Condolences to his family again, but this happens after a week up there in Detroit. The maintenance worker apparently, got stuck in a machine, doing his job and was pronounced dead there. Those details, still coming, but this one is still under investigation. Of course, the postmaster, APWU, no comments at this time. They lost their words. Nobody helped them. Why was this kid lost? I mean, we know from the broader point of view, when your time is up, there's no stopping. You gotta go. But in such a manner to not even get help, like I said, I'm saying again, had they helped, give him CPR at least, stop the blooding. There's some, cloth lying down around. Worst case, some guy pulls his shirt off, presses against the blood wound. You can slow down that blood, coming down, gashing out. And then first thing, CPR, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and, pressing on the chest. These are basic things that are taught. Apparently, they're not taught anymore everywhere because these guys, it was literally, how can you make a difference? Amazon, we talk about all the robots. It's like robots were there, but this is blood-running human beings that didn't tend to their co-worker that was dying right there on the floor. It's 2025, news like this, unbelievable, man. This condolences to his family again. It's not a laughing matter, but it's shocking. They, supervisors, like I said, that's what they're gonna do. They ain't, well, not all. I mean, some of them with the heart, will jump in there, try to save this guy. I mean, what are you gonna lose? You're gonna save a life. We don't know the reasons he fell. It could have been a heart attack. We don't know anything like that. You pass out, could be a number of reasons. What's going on inside? So again, very sad situation. Condolences. His father, everybody, of course, is calling Palmetto. Trying to get answers. What had happened? His father is, asking everything. Of course, it's a brand new distribution center, only I think 3-4 years old, something like that, maybe less than that. So there, he has a valid point. There's cameras everywhere. Everything was reported when he fell, down, hitting the machine as he's going down. So the blood started coming out, and nobody tended to him. I don't know the whole story now. Co-workers could be a little bit further in the area. I'm not putting the blame at nobody. The story is just you guys, anybody in that facility that watches my videos, please answer this question. Talk to me, leave a comment. What really happened? I would love to know, because this is completely ridiculous. What the article says, like, this guy fell down and nobody bothered to help him. Then finally, a lot of minutes later, the ambulance got there. But when his own doctor later looked at him, he said he's been dead hours now already. So that that creates that extra tension that had he gotten help right there, had gotten CPR at least, his when the ambulance people got there, EMS, they would have had somebody that's still breathing. But this guy, nobody got help. Blood, I think he died of, we don't know the details. Obviously they're going to do the autopsy. What caused him to fall in the first place? If it was a heart attack, we don't know the details. But it's just something that shows you, we're literally on our own. Us carriers are literally, outside. You would think we're on the road. I mean, ain't nobody going to help us. But even our own, customers, on our routes, they know that that's our carrier. They would jump and call 911 much quicker. They would jump out and help. Unlike a distribution center where there's bodies moving around everywhere and they refuse to help this guy. I'm in awe, man. I never thought I'd read anything like this. I've read a few very strange stories that go hand in hand with the society these days, the culture, the toxic culture we work in, but nothing to this caliber. Like, the humanity is gone from people, man. Everybody's literally on their own, about their own money. Society, I know everything, all the prices everywhere you can think of, or where unreachable prices are high. That causes stress to everybody, even during their everything work hours. Obviously you have bills on their mind, and it's come to that extent. Like, the humanity is gone now. This is I don't know, I can't put it into words, man. I'm lost for words. I've never read anything like this. This guy loses his life just 3 weeks into the job. Probably, yeah, still in probation. Nobody jumped to his help. It could have been any of us. We don't know what's going on internally. Anything like this can happen to anybody. But you're supposed to, as a humanity, as basic common sense, God gave us a brain. You jump to help that human being. You jump, man. You throw everything, mail aside, forget it. There's a co-worker on the floor bleeding, needing your help, but you ignored. I hope that this stays in those people's conscious, especially those supervisors. It will stay in their conscious, like, why didn't we help, man? It's not, something like this doesn't go away. You could have helped save that life, but you didn't. You chose not to. I can just picture them standing around, while this kid is bleeding profusely. He's about, passed away, died. He had that little window there that he didn't get the help. And, it's just mind-boggling what humanity's turned into. Like I said, everything outside, all the stresses, all the prices of everything, it causes a lot of anxiety, stress. But something like this, a co-worker, you gotta jump to help him, man, save his life. But not in this story. This guy was just his time was up, apparently. Again, condolences to his family, and I hope this investigation brings out all the answers. We don't know. I'm interested at hearing, why didn't nobody help him, man? I mean, give me one good reason why nobody helped him, man. I'm really interested at hearing. This should be really something post office needs to bring down, something against those supervisors, man. I mean, something, I mean, obviously they're going to say there's nothing in our policy like that. We can't hold them liable, but his family can even pursue a lawsuit that why wasn't he helped. And I'm sure there's laws against that. I mean, that the person just died without getting help. I mean, it's not like he's outside somewhere doing his job and nobody saw him. He's in a brand new facility that people walking around, this guy is on the ground, and I'm going to say it again and again. Why didn't nobody help him? I mean, it's just absurd, man. There's a few choice words I can say, but what's that going to do? This kid is gone already, it is what it is. I hope, his family gets some, support, prayers out to them. It's very, difficult time. Their son did not get help when needed. We don't know the actual reasons why he fell in the first place, even with, we don't know the extent of what really happened. I doubt they'll even bring that out. Investigations usually, they forget that, and it doesn't ever touch the media. Only if somebody from that palmetto plant later discovers what had really happened and they put it out to social media, that's different. But as of right now, there's a lot of questions. Again, prayers out to his family. We can't say that enough. They're in a serious bind right now time, shocked, obviously, why their family members gone and why nobody helped them. These are the questions they're gonna, stay with for a while here. I'm just lost for words. Like I said, I've seen stories in the post office, but nothing absurd and ridiculous like this. We're all part of the postal family, or we like to think what that family really means, in certain post offices, Not all are like this now. Like I said, I've seen a lot of post office where there's a friendly co-worker atmosphere. Obviously life in a distribution center is different, it's gigantic, first of all, and that could be another, when I think about it, major reason, because it's such a gigantic facility where, there's machines all over. Same thing happened with this maintenance person a week ago. These facilities are huge, gigantic, and there's machines all over the place. So you really, if somebody's, first of all, somebody's driving by or whatever in their, cart, working their own, everybody's concentrating on their own thing. Now, if this guy hit his head and fell and nobody noticed him those first few critical minutes, that could be a reason why help didn't arrive. But the story clearly says supervisors were standing around him, not tending to him or even attempting helping him. So that's the absurd part. That's this very strange, part that really shocks me. I'm sure it's going to shock a lot of people. So, that's what happened at Palmetto. Another life lost. Postal workers, left and right. These stories keep popping up. Very sad. I know when time's up, it's going to look very, it's going to hurt. But that's the world we live in, once time is up, time is up. But just the details of the story I wanted to share are so unusual. That toxic culture has gone to certain extents not witnessed before. Humanity is up in question now, man. You don't help another human being just because you're working. And later in the story, they put some cloth over him, and it also says it happened next to the time clock. That's the most strange thing. There's people, right there. I don't see how nobody saw him right when he fell, man. I refuse to believe that. I know details are going to come out later, exactly what happened. But, him falling down right there next to the time clock, I'm sure one or two people noticed something, but they didn't help him, man. They didn't help him. He's gone. Again, prayers out to his family. In other news, that's it. Mr. Renfro is continuing starting the negotiations, the non-negotiations, I should say. He calls them negotiations, but we all know they just sit down. He listens to them, takes a little notes with his blinking 100 times eyes, red cheeks, whatever's going on with him, man. I don't know. We need a new NALC president ASAP anyway, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of, peak season is coming, Thanksgiving in a week. So, get some family time in. Kids are off next week. I wish I was off, but I don't got seniority like that to, I still got a little bit ways to go before I can even think about looking at that Thanksgiving week off. That's how that thing works. Seniority, the more seniors are obviously gonna get the best holidays. But it's okay. Keep working. Positivity. It's okay. You get your days off in the week. Get your rest in. Life goes on. Each year you're building up. People are retiring. So, spots you're moving up. So that's the positivity. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm nothing about negativity. I stay positive. Everything I say. We're blessed to be where we're at. A lot of some of you are commenting. Showing your dislikes about the post office, and then a lot of you are replying to those individuals saying be thankful. I appreciate that. I appreciate also that positivity. Everything in life you're not gonna get as you wish you like to, but that's just what life is. So if you come to this job with high expectations, those all are out the door. It's if you can handle this type of culture, work with it, keep a stable mind, keep working focused, you'll make it. You'll have your own route whichever position you're in. But if you can work with these things that we go through on a daily basis, it is what it is. So I know you all know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people that it's not cut out for, and they quit right after a few days in the job. They go through the training, they come to the stations, they say this is not for us. But God be with them. You're free. You have a freedom to do that. So much respect. Hopefully, we pray that they can find something they like. But it is what it is. You got to keep working hard at what you do. So anyways, just wanted to bring out this palmetto story. Is a real big shocker. I'm going to keep tabs on it. Any new news comes out, details, I'll be sure to share that with you guys, because it's very strange in the manner this kid's death occurred. It's very shocking that it has come down to this, but that's the times we're living in, unfortunately. So everybody stay good. Watch your backs always. Days are much shorter now. Hope you have a headlight. All you carriers out there, watch your back always. We 100% on our own. In the dark, things change up a little bit. People can start doing stupid things to us. So watch your back. Times are rough. They're always looking at the mailman, in the neighborhood. So people's desperation can cause them to do some things, God forbid. So always watch your back, your surroundings as you're working, and everybody stay good. Until next time, MailmanSyed out. Take care, guys.